If you want to go and subscribe on my YouTube channel, you'll get weekly updates and you'll get monthlies. Okay, so keep an eye there. That's a terrific option. All right, so let's see what's going on here. This is running from Tuesday, July 16th to Tuesday, July 23rd. What is your weekly horoscope? Let's start with Aries. All right, Aries, I have a couple different things going on for you. I feel like there's a lot of fire going on in your heart. I almost want to say that it's a fire in the belly type reference. It means that you have a lot turning within your heart, a lot of fire and passion being stirred. My feeling here with this is that you also have some resistance coming from an outside source. So it's entirely possible that whoever this is, you're feeling all of this for, they are not receiving it, they are blocking you, they're putting some kind of a boundary on this situation, and it isn't allowing you to get everything out because you feel as though you're not being heard, you're not being received, and it could be creating some inner conflict where you might find, especially on, I want to say Thursday and Friday, you might be saying, you know what, I don't even want to do this, or I'm not even going to try anymore. And my feeling with this is that you can't really give up in the sense that you're not going to bother to say things anymore. I feel like it's important for you to speak your truth. It's important for you to speak your mind. And if someone doesn't want to receive that, they don't want to be open to hearing you, then that's on them. The most important thing here is that you've done everything that you can, and you've taken on your part of the responsibility. I'm also feeling like on Friday leading into Saturday, we have some developments going on with your money, okay? So you're going to, especially in the afternoon, if someone or a situation is beckoning you to spend quite a bit of money, say you have a car, and you could either get away with doing a repair, or you might have to go get a brand new car. You might want to consider what is going to be most fruitful for you long term and how you could spend the least amount, okay? So what's going on with Taurus? Taurus, when I'm going over here with your energy, what I'm feeling is like a whispering in your ear. I want to say that your guides, your loved ones, your higher mind, and your psychic ability, all really kicking in here this week, trying to let you know that there are some situations that could be bettered by you going inward. This is going to be really important this week, that you're not looking outward at other people and situations around you to give you the answers. One of these issues has to do with your work and your money, and I feel like it's really coming to the surface a lot on Tuesday and Wednesday, especially Tuesday. The other one has to do with your love life. And for some of you, it's not as much your love life as it is your family, your parents. I want to say that on that note, it's really important that you're not holding yourself back. So there's a bit of a release that needs to go on, but you've gotten yourself in a cycle, especially with the relationship issue the last 2 weeks to 2 months, and the work and money issue the last 4 months to 6 months. You've gotten in a pattern of looking outside yourself for the answers. Again, go inward and receive. On Sunday, I'm hearing that it's going to be really important for you to just kind of drift away, be unavailable, go off on your own, do what you need to for you, and take that time and space for yourself. Replenish for the week. Gemini, what am I getting for you, my fellow Geminis? Whoop, whoop. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I feel peak prosperity days. I'm also feeling that Wednesday evening going into Thursday morning. There could be chatter, there could be talk about you, there could be some talk about your capabilities, what you were seen doing, people's interpretation of you, how they could use you in this position or that. There's also some talk of jealousy, so they're kind of like watching you and wanting you, and at the same time they're saying this is a bit of a threat. They may do a better job than we do. Do we actually want to bring them in the fold or promote them if it's going to be a threat to our position? This has a little bit of a feel of like, if you can't beat them, join them type of a thing, and you're the one being going to come to you. Yeah, it was. it was interrupted, so we're just gonna have to like wait. Could you put the camera back where it was?
Yeah, where it was.
Yeah. Okay, we got it back. That may happen the entire time. Mercury's in retrograde. We'll just keep getting up and dealing with it. Huh?
Camera's okay?
Yeah. So, again, okay, back to Geminis. What's going to happen? Are they actually going to reach out to you, or are they going to say, this person is too good at this, it's a threat to our position, so we want to, you know, actually try to hold them back, is how I feel about it. I think, again, for the majority, it will be coming through, but possibly not until Friday. And I think that one of the things you might want to watch for with this, let's call it an opportunity, a promotion, one of the things you might want to watch for is if these people are bringing you into the fold, you have this new position, this new opportunity, do you really need to be on guard while you're in there? Are there other people there who are keeping an eye on you and trying to make sure that you stay down in some way? Could be a bit of a battle, and it might not even be worth it for you. In other situations, it will be very much worth it. Take it, go. Get what's yours. There is some talk of you having either a divide between a parent, a child, a deceased loved one, and wanting to talk to them. I have a lot of you Geminis reaching out to your grandparents, your deceased parents, your living parents a lot this week and trying to create a better bond in the communication. Know that they're working on that and that Spirit is helping, okay, for those communications to go well. Keep pushing for it, especially over the weekend. Cancer, my fellow Cancers, what's going on with you? Okay. I see opportunities for fun coming in over here to your future, and I want to say mostly like Friday and Saturday of this week, and then again on Tuesday and Wednesday. A little talk of travel, little talk of short trips, little adventures for you to go on. The thing is, every time the ball's thrown in your court, I have you just like, I don't really feel like it. Letting the ball fall on the ground, and it's just kind of rolling right on past you. So what I'm feeling with this is that you have a lot of guides and ancestors watching over you this week, and they're saying, go, have a good time, enjoy this, do something, spread your wings, enjoy. And I think that you have some heavy energy that you've been dealing with. If you've been feeling very, very emotional, you've been processing some things that aren't really working for you in a couple key areas. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking about relationships with children. For others, I do feel like I'm talking about love life. And for others, like current. And for others, that I feel that you're looking at a previous love partner. Don't allow these things to hold you back. Sometimes the healing that you need can be found in you leaving these things behind, turning your brain off, and going out and getting distracted and exploring and doing something new. So that's going to be a big thing for you this week. Also, on Thursday, you do have some money coming in the afternoon. I feel like money going into your bank account. It could even be something unexpected, like if you know, a bit of your taxes were withheld or something strange like that comes out of the blue. And I feel like it's going directly into your bank account. I get the impression that what you do with it is totally up to you. That's a free will option. Leo. What's happening with Leo? Leo, I feel some of you backpedaling, looking into your past, examining especially your relationships, and saying, where have I been? What does this relationship mean to me? Is this something I should continue to hold on to? Am I getting my needs met? Are my needs helping me to grow, or are my needs keeping me stagnant? So there's a lot of examination going on over this topic. What I also feel oddly, as you're looking back at all of this, you have a big sack of weight. It comes through to me as a sack of bricks on your upper back. I want to say the monkey on your back. Okay, so if you were to examine all other areas of your life right now, including your work, including your money, including your other relationships, everything, you might find that this is the monkey on your back and that this is holding you up in other areas. So you're going to want to keep an eye on that. Friday morning, for some of you, I have the phone ringing and a potential promotion being there. I think that some of you may take it, and I think that others are going to be suspicious about the promotion that was offered, and you may feel like this isn't actually what's in my highest and best good. So you're going to have to really gauge what you want to do about that. It could be very tempting. For others, I feel like it's a closed chapter. Been there, done that, no thank you. But it is a revisiting and possibly an end of a chapter. Virgo, what is going on for you? I have things moving very, very quickly for you this week. What's interesting is your feet are moving very, very quickly. You're high energy, you're rearing to go, but not all of the circumstances seem to be there. So it's very possible that you're going to be feeling high energy, feeling high vibration, really understanding what it is that you want to work for, where it's supposed to be headed. Everything's piecing together for you. You're like, this is it. It's really here. I get it. It feels really good to understand your direction every single day, but you may hit some walls and blocks and obstacles. What I'm hearing from grandfathers, paternal energy, your male guides supporting you on the other side, this week they're going to be giving you a lot of strength and helping you to not allow your mind to get tripped up. This is no time for you to start thinking that you are on the wrong path because some blocks were put in front of you. I actually feel, looking at this, like it's a big test this week. You may find yourself looking back at a relationship later on Sunday. I think this is an old lover popping up. I feel a lot of feminine energy with this person. Could be a female, could be a male with a lot of feminine energy, coming in and trying to get you to engage in a conversation about how great times were together, things like this. My feeling from you is that you don't want it, but I think that you do need to analyze why it happened, okay, when it did. Libra. Okay, Libra, what's going on with you? I feel you juggling an awful lot of balls. It's almost like I'm working on this one, I'm working on this one, I'm working on this one. I see you juggling a lot but not feeling tired. I'm almost under the impression that this would be difficult for the average person and it really isn't for you. So you seem to have enough focus and efficiency and energy to continue to do this for a while. I feel that this might be a theme for the next 4 weeks and 4 months, so I hope you do have enough energy that's to sustain this. It's a considerable amount of time. I feel like with 2 of these balls that you're juggling, they're going to be converted into something more long-term. For some of you, I feel that we're talking more about children, money, you know, family. Others, it's about work, it's about business ownership, it's about a new client base, it's about a job position. Yeah, for those talking about family, it also feels like it could be home ownership, okay? So whatever this is that you're juggling over here, it will change. And once it changes, it really kind of takes over on its own, so I don't feel like you're going to have to maintain it quite as much. I do have some relationship dynamics going on Friday into Saturday where somebody might be demanding more of you, demanding more of you than what you feel you can really give. If somebody's coming at you and they're saying, why didn't you do this? Don't you know what I'm feeling? Don't you understand what I need? And you're just kind of like, okay, like a deer in the headlights. I think you may need to step back before you respond and like pull it together, okay? Maybe you did overlook something. It kind of feels like you did, okay? So be careful how you handle that. Don't react at that exact moment. Just take a minute for yourself. Scorpio. Did I just do Scorpio? No. It's weird. Okay, Scorpio. What's going on with you? I feel you moving ahead, advancing, and feeling as though something is trying to hold you back. It's a figment of your imagination. It is not an actual circumstance that exists in your present time, but it does exist in your present energy field. What that means is that there's an unresolved issue over here to your past that is kind of haunting you, you could say. It is grabbing on every time you go to take a step forward to the back of your ankle and your calf and your legs. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are actually having any strange symptoms like a swelling in the feet, the ankles, the calves this week. what it appears to be attached to is a situation, a person, an immature masculine energy. That could be an immature female with a lot of force and dynamic energy, someone who's very determined or bullheaded. That could also be a male, okay? But again, younger, immature. They seem to be needing something more from you, and I feel that in the past you may have been willing to give it, but at some point you cut it off and you were like, I can't continue to do this. I'm also feeling that once some of that is resolved, you may be moving into the rest of your week, Thursday, especially Friday, into Friday morning and afternoon, and hearing about a potential job promotion. If this wasn't offered directly to you and you feel a little bit like shocked or outraged by that, or like, was someone hiding this from me? Why is this going on? This should have come directly to me. I feel like step back again and analyze whether or not that's entirely accurate, if that's entirely fair, and if you're really out of the running for it. It is possible that if you pursue it calmly and efficiently, it could end up being your promotion. Sagittarius, what's going on with you? A lot of phone calls going on with you this week, Sag, and I want to say that Tuesday and Wednesday, some of them could even be pulling you onto the road, pulling you onto the airplane, pulling you onto the train. Travel, work, and money. The rest of the week, I want to say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evening, we have your phone ringing again, but there's a love connection that is also connected to either an exotic place that you recently traveled to or someone from a distance that you find exotic. There's some curiosity and a desire to explore this. I feel that you should. I want to say that for those of you who have not been really taking care of your health, too busy, I want to say that it's not enough to just go to the gym. You also have to be careful and mind like what you're eating, what you're drinking, things like this. There needs to be a little bit more mindfulness. Some of you, and I can't prescribe or diagnose, but some of you may even find that you're dealing with stones of some kind, and you're just going to want to be mindful about cleansing out. Capricorn, let's see what's going on with you. Capricorn, I have you examining your finances and your investments. You're taking a look at what you have over here to the future, what you know you're going to have. Probably because it's already there for the most part, and you're figuring out where else you want to put it. I have you moving it from the future back into the past. So you may be re-examining some of the things that you used to invest in more. For many of you, I feel like I'm talking about houses, real estate. And for some of you, I feel like I'm talking about vehicles and appliances and things like this. You want to shift everything to where it actually belongs. I have a lot of family time also coming up for you, Friday and Saturday. There seems to be some talk of let's engage with this Capricorn. We want to come and spend time with them. Let's have a family get together. Let's call them on the phone. And you may think that it's nothing more than that. But the reality of the situation is that these people need you. And even if you don't fully recognize how, when they're there, I want to say that your influence is really, really important at this time. Okay, so give that time and attention to them. They're younger, they need the guidance, they need the wisdom, they need the support. You have it to offer, but be mindful because you've been a little overwhelmingly focused on yourself lately. Aquarius, what's happening with you? A lot from the past coming into the present energy and moving right directly on to the future. For those of you who've been battling a situation over here to your past with a family dynamic, a toxic relationship, I want to say something that is making you feel like it's been holding you back energetically, emotionally, mentally. For anyone who's been dealing with that, it seems to me that it starts to quickly loosen and move forward into your present energy. How you're supposed to respond to it will become very, very clear to you. And I see it then moving at an angle over here to the free will future. So you may end up having a breakthrough with this, but as it moves into free will future, you may also feel that, how do I want to say this? They also have a lot of free will, so you might see them taking a nosedive after this progression, and it might become easier, okay, for you to get an upper hand even into the future. Because a lot of people, once they're defeated, they don't handle it very well. Okay, so this could be an interesting dynamic. For some of you, I have a dipping into your bank account. Nobody cares to see this, but on Saturday especially, I want to say be mindful of any repairs, any additional costs. I know Mercury's in retrograde, any additional drama if you are traveling. It just seems like added expenses, and just be mindful, be preventative, and okay, hopefully it won't come to that. Pisces, the last ones of the zodiac. What do we have going on for you for this week? I have people talking at you. I have people trying to tell you how to be. People trying to correct you. People trying to give you some sense of direction. And you saying, who the heck do you think you are to tell me that this is how I should handle things in my own life? My interpretation of this is that you knew that this was going to happen. This is either their position or they do this all the time, and you've ignored it to the past. My feeling for you this week, especially Wednesday, Thursday evening, Friday afternoon, and then I see you going into a little bit of hiding and coming back up on Saturday, you may find that people are confronting you, and you're having to address it because you are at a time. You can no longer just ignore it. If this is not happening in the literal sense, it's happening in your head. It's happening in your emotions, in your heart. It's coming to the surface. Some of this has to do with some past life cleansing that needs to happen. I do feel that your ancestors and your guides are there with you. I hear drumming, which is also a cleansing symbol for me. I see them trying to help you to cleanse and release. You seem to be holding on to some past trauma, and you're turning it into part of your identity. And this is your opportunity to shed and let go of that. If you do that, I'm actually seeing approximately 3 months out from now a huge promotion upward that seems to affect long-term some of your relationships, including romantic partnership, but in another area it seems to be more about your work. I'm not saying your money per se, but your position in your career, and that could be really significant, both of these. Okay, everybody, again, this will go up on YouTube if you want to subscribe to me on YouTube. That's going to be Ask a Medium, Reverend Ivy Rivera. You will get your weeklies and monthly updates. Thanks so much.